After the UFC 307 fight card, mediocre at best, being saved by once again the man himself, Pereira. It just seems like any card he goes on to, he just capitalizes it. It's just you can have a bang average card, and having Alex Pereira onto it is pretty much a guaranteed banger because you know he's most probably going to either get TKO'd, which is very rare, or he's going to knock him out. Who does that remind you of? Conor McGregor? Now, big difference. Poton doesn't really speak English, but he doesn't need to. And this should really be a kind of a big thing for foreign fighters that don't speak English. They're not great, or they're not great on the mic. Knockouts talk and active fighting talks. All you got to do, if you're from another country or even from England, someone like Arnold Allen isn't great on the mic, it's just finding one word. Shama. And all of a sudden, everyone loves you. Now, is Alex Pereira the GOAT? The active GOAT? People don't like that, but we're going to go off what Dana White always says about John Jones. He isn't the GOAT. Potentially pound for pound fighter. Well, we can look here. This is his UFC record. You know, fighting Sean Strickland in your third fight in the UFC, which is what, just over 2 years ago, and then having 7 more fights in just over 2 years. What are we on? We're in October. Is insane. Not only that, but beats Israel Adesanya to claim the middleweight title, which he's hunted down. He's hunted Israel Adesanya down. We all know about that. He then loses against Adesanya, which I think was somewhat of a lucky hit. It's one of the downfalls for Alex Pereira, is that he just, as soon as he goes for the kill, that guard goes down and it could be a counter there. However, he beats Yan, who Israel lost to, in July 29th, 2023. Then he's like, you know what? I'll fight again this year. This isn't easy fights. You know, Jan. This isn't easy fights for Yan and Jiri. Not easy at all. To move up a weight class is insane. Then kill Jamel Hill in Fortnite. Beats Jiri again. And he's like, you know what? I'm not done for this year. Let's go against Khalil Roundtree, which everyone's just like, well, that's just a terrible fight. Like, why? But it was good. It was a good fight. It was a good fight. The one thing that takes into the factor of Alex Pereira is his age. How long can he fight more? Maybe 2 years. I can't imagine him constantly being this quick with fighting, especially if it goes into round 4. Round 1 and 2, yeah, but round 4, I don't know. He didn't sustain a lot of damage. I don't think he was even cut. But he probably would want to break for fighting 3 times in 7 months. That's insane. That's a positive for him. He fights 3 times in 7 months. He fights actual good fighters. Khalil Roundtree was high in the ranking, but is still a very good fighter. He seems like he accepts anything, and he got a bit of stick for not fighting. Is that Ankalaev? Ankalaev, that matey can only fight in the Middle East, I'm pretty sure. So why would he wait until the Middle East card if he can fight more recent and get more money? Now, the only person that's kind of stopping him, and I would still say Pereira is number 1, considering of how active he is in pound for pound, is Islam Makhachev. Islam Makhachev is his younger. Here, born in 91. But if you look at Islam's career in the UFC, I'm just going to keep going up until I find a fighter that is Drew Dober. I'm going to think of top elite fighters. Dan Hooker, potentially, you could say. Round 1, Kimura, really good. King Green, Bobby Green. Punches. Then it gets into spicy stuff. Charles Oliveira, insane. However, 2022, October 2022, what were you doing, Poton? You were just about to defeat Israel Adesanya. Okay? So at that point, 4 fights ago, Islam fights, and then Pereira has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's almost doubled Islam Makhachev's fighting in that space of time. Volkanovski, controversial win. A lot of people had Volkanovski just winning. I think if you're the champion, then you do have some leeway. But Volkanovski arguably won that. He put that to sleep, literally. And then against Dustin Poirier. These are very high-ranked fighters. His last fight, June, he does have a fight coming up. So, you know, you can't doubt him for that. So he'll be fighting 5 times, whereas Pereira's fought 7 times next time Pereira fights, potentially, which is Pereira's still 2 fights ahead. Problem is, he's only defended it 3 times. Now, he won the title in 2022 here. So Pereira won a title, lost it, went up, went, okay, I won't fight for the title here, but I will fight for the title here. And is able to defend from November, so a year, where is he? Pretty much a year after Islam beats Charles Oliveira, he then gets a title and defends it more than Islam. That is why I'm saying Islam isn't pound for pound #1, or even the GOAT at this particular time, due to the fact of inactive fighting from him. Even though he's fought, you know, he's fought active, it's just, well, has he? 1 fight so far this year, taken off October to June. Maybe the UFC has something to play there, but this, if they do have the UFC to play there, I don't know, because Pereira looks like he can just pick up a fight whenever he wants. It's like me picking up a burger whenever I want. Maybe both of us should have a break, Pereira, right? We share the same name, not Pereira. Imagine that, Jumbo. But that sequence of Pereira essentially finishing Roundtree was insane. He missed most of the punches, Roundtree. He was just dodging out the way, Pereira, and then just connecting. That must have been so frustrating. If it was me, if I was Roundtree in that situation, I would have saw red. Just saying, Pereira, a 5'9", I probably weigh more than you. It's so disgusting. I like Butterbean. There are things that benefit Islam in terms of arguing. He's 2 wins away from matching Anderson Silva's win streak. Not here anywhere with the title fight wins. But to show just how dangerous Khalil Roundtree is, I think he's been in the UFC since 2016. 7. So he fought a dangerous fighter that could put you out. You know, his next fight is Makhachev Akalaev. This is the guy. But I think with him being Russian, he can't go to America at the moment. I'm not too sure. But Pereira's there, you know. 4 knockouts. 4 fights. Just saying, he's getting up there. He just needs 3 more to tie with Khalil. And it's very hard for him to match anything here. And it's kind of unfair due to the fact, I guess he knocked down Pereira. But I feel like he was just off balance. However, it's very hard due to the fact of this guy. You know, he dominated the division for about 10 years or so. But strike accuracy, Pereira's there. But it's just dominated by John Jones, which then sets up the fight even better for Pereira versus John Jones. I'm just saying. We go to lightweight. Probably better if I just do this. Is that Makhachev, 14, 23? He'll never meet 23, not with the way he's fighting. Well, I think Islam's going to have 7 more fights. They don't seem to fight that long. Dagestanis, they kind of do. I don't know, really. Habib, I guess, is an anomaly due to his father's passing. He will match this, I reckon, with submissions. Whoops, win streak. He's top, I guess, total fight. Wow. Okay. But I think that's an anomaly. I think that's just an anomaly there. He is. Okay, we get the picture. What was he first on? Strike accuracy. Wow, what the hell? Maybe I've just destroyed my whole video. Maybe Islam is the GOAT. No. I would say Islam's very close second. It's just Pereira's active. And I think right now, Pereira, if he went to the UFC, should have the ability to go, look, I want to fight a heavyweight. Tom Aspinall or John Jones will be a massive fight. I'd like to do that. I don't think he will. I think he'll wait for Magomedov and fight him, which would be, I reckon, his most difficult test, just due to the fact of his wrestling abilities and grappling, etc. He's a decision, man. Mr. Polish Power. I mean, he drew, and it was 2022. So, you know, Mr. Pereira got the win. So we don't know. I don't know what will happen in that fight, but it'll be close. But Pereira definitely is Mr. Number One. He's number one. Should we look at pound for pound and see? Yeah, see, they have Islam as number one. Pereira's number two. John Jones, for some reason, is number three. That should be switched completely. Like, Islam needs to have 2 more fights before Pereira fights again for him to be number one in my eyes. So I think that's wrong. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section below if what you think is pound for pound number one. Is it Islam Makhachev? Is it Alex Pereira? Is it someone else? Is it Sean Strickland? But let me know.